Greenleaf, 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 darling. Totally here for it. Once again, another great episode. This show never disappoints. It just doesn't. It's just constant. Just cliffhangers. You just constantly cannot wait to see the next episode just to see how things are going to unfold. Boots. Oh my gosh. It's so good. The writers of the show is so good. The acting's so good. It's impeccable. I just love seeing black actors and actresses just doing their thing, repping it, living, slaying. You know, it's just, oh gosh. This show deserves all the awards in the world. So many of these shows, the have-nots, so many of these shows, just great acting, you know? But we got to do it for ourselves because we can't expect the Academy to award us because they've been chipping us for years. Anyway, Greenleaf. Okay, this episode was called Runaway Train. On the midnight train of Georgia. Hey, going out to find to be with my Lord, and I'll be going with him. Hey, on the midnight train to Georgia. Oh, yeah. Hey, I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. Let me stop before I get praise dancing up in here. Anyway, child. Anyway, I got to go. Okay. So the episode began with it was a lot of Bishop. It was Bishop just going around to each member of the family. This was the episode for Bishop that it kind of made you feel really, really sorry for Bishop. It kind of made you feel really, really shitty that he's in this situation. Even though he's somewhat kind of put himself in there, you still feel bad for that man. Everybody needs somebody sometime. So, yeah. So, anyway, it began with Bishop. He's having his Silver Jubilee, darling. Mucus. You got to have your big bottle of water, and I always fill it up, keep it in the freezer, just in case somebody come in with that mess. It's refreshing, it's replenishing, it's hydrating me, but it's also a weapon. Bop! Real quick. Bop! Don't you coming up in here with that mess. Keep that ice in there. Anyway, so it started off with Grace and Bishop. They're walking, they're in the church, you know, walking down one of the aisles. You know, he's setting up his whole, his whole honor of him being in the church house for 25 years, being the bishop at Calvary. Corinne, the assistant, she is working with Lady May. Her and Sister Patterson, assistant, you know, they're setting up the whole David Lady May thing, and so ain't nobody got time for Bishop. Bishop's doing it all himself. Grace informed him, was just like, look, Daddy, you might need to figure this whole thing out. Like, you can't really do this all by yourself like you think you do. He was just like, I feel I'm doing fine. And Grace was just like, you is for right now, you is. But when it comes to long term, sir, you can't do everything, you know. You need to hire somebody for this. You ain't got no money. It was just like, well, they went back to the office, child. And Grace wanted to know the tea on Sister Rochelle. It was just like, so, what exactly is going on with Rochelle? He was just like, well, what do you mean? Just like, Daddy, you know what the hell I mean. What's going on with Rochelle? Like, what's tea? Why do you trust her? Bishop was just like, well, why do you trust her? Ain't she working with you on the whole help a battered women fund? Ain't he helping you on that? And she was just like, look, I just hired her. I don't trust her. I just hired her just so I can watch her ass. Just so I can ask questions, get in her head, see where she's going with this. Because I don't trust her. I don't. She came in here out of nowhere. Straight ruined our family that quick. And you just sit back and instantly trust this woman? Bishop didn't want to hear, can't nobody talk about his woman Rochelle. Can't nobody tell him nothing about Rochelle. Rochelle in love with that man, and that's what it is. So, it's just craziness. Meanwhile, before Bishop went to go talk to Grace, Corinne, the assistant, handed him divorce papers, child. He's shocked by the whole, divorce papers thing. He had a little scene with Percy a little later on, Bishop, and he was just like, yeah, I don't really know what to do. When I saw those divorce papers, it scared me. Percy pretty much trying to tell him, just like, really think hard about this. I don't think you should get a divorce. I think you should try to talk to her, etc. So that's what he tried to do. But of course, that absolutely goes nowhere, darling. Meanwhile, Bishop goes back to the house. The Bernard, the gatesman, he let him in. Who will be holding the gates. He let him in, and we see Kevin, Aaron, and Charity. Charity sitting there curled up on the couch like a cat. Just upset. She's sitting there looking at Kevin and Aaron playing with the baby. Bishop walks in, take the baby. The baby started hooping and hollering because the baby, he's not around enough. He's not around enough for the baby to get to know him like that or feel comfortable with him. So ends up handing the baby back to Kevin. Aaron pulls Bishop off to the side, be like, "Hey, Mr. Bishop. Hey, Bishop. My daddy been asking about you. He been calling your phone. Where you at?" Bishop was just like, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know he been trying to get in contact with me. My old buddy that slept with my wife been trying to get in contact with me. But I've been so busy with this whole Jubilee thing." He was just like, "Well, he has cancer, pancreatic cancer, I believe. And I would really, appreciate it if you reach out to him and talk to him, etc." He said, he'll do what he can and he'll make the phone call. Bishop was a little taken back by that because he haven't seen Lionel since Sister. Hell, no, he haven't seen Lionel since Lady Mae got his ass told and he left, and since he found out that him and Lady Mae slept together back in the day. So then after that, let's see, where are we going? He had a scene with Sister Sophia, LaSophia. She's upset. She's still traumatized. She still don't believe in God. She still believes God is really the devil, really Lucifer them. And, she's just not feeling it. So, they go and, they have a little conversation. She just wants to throw the Bible out the window in the toilet. Just ripping all the pages. Stopping up the toilet. She don't care. Let the maid take care of it. She just acting a fool. He was just like, well, bring your little ass to church. She was like, I ain't going to church, Grandpa. She was like, look. He was like, look, I'm still your granddaddy. And you going to take your little ass to church. So I'm going to cut your hair. So she ended up going to church. So then, Bishop goes back home to Percy's house. That's where he's staying right now. And we notice a lady friend there. Some old escort. He was just like, oh, you Percy's friend? She was like, yeah, I am. He was like, okay, well, where's Percy? She was like, oh, I put his ass to sleep. I don't want tonight. Dun, dun. Eat my Sarah. Hey, little Kim, give it to me now. Y'all know about that. This is a holy show. I'm so sorry. So she was just like, well, do I need to stay? Because she was finna make a little money off Bishop. He was like, no, that's all right. I already got a young woman that done ruined my life. I'm good. I don't need another one. Just like, okay. Bishop goes down over there to talk to Jacob. Clarissa somewhat getting drunk. She need to clear her mind. Her baby girl is out doing what? And she's just left town and went some damn well. So she left Jacob with the baby. their son, and Bishop came over and talked. He talked to Jacob briefly about the divorce papers. Jacob was just like, well, if you're having second thoughts about the whole divorce, just don't have the divorce, Daddy. I don't know what the hell to tell you. It's as simple as that. Don't have the divorce. We don't really want you and Mom to get a divorce, so don't get one. If you're having second thoughts, Bishop was just like, I don't know. So Bishop also brought up to Jacob, was just like, so what's going on with you and Tasha Skanks? He was just like, what you mean? He was like, when I walked in, it seemed like y'all was going through something, like something. He was just like, oh no, Pops, I'm not like that anymore. Jacob, if you think that you're nothing like your daddy, you're wrong. Y'all just alike. He had another scene with Percy Bishop, and Percy was just like, look, go and see your friend Lionel. He has cancer. Go and see him. That man going through something. He was just like, okay, child, I'll go see his ass. Bishop had a scene with Charity. They were talking, and Charity, she's kind of down in the dumps, and I feel where Charity's coming from in this moment. Bleach spots, child. Y'all know y'all got that y'all favorite little dirty, beat up, toe up shirt with ketchup and mustard stains and bleach spots and holes in it. Y'all know y'all got that shirt that y'all love to clean up in. I was cleaning up today, mopping a little bit, so that's why I put on my clean up shirt. Okay. Shouts out to all the clean up women all around the world. Now the clean up woman. Why am I talking about a clean up woman on a holy show? Well, Tasha is a part of the show, so it's alright. Okay, so Charity is talking to her daddy, Bishop, and they're talking, and Charity was just like, look, Kevin and Aaron, they get ready to move in together, they get ready to get married. Bishop was just like, this kind of quick, ain't it? It's just like, yeah, it is quick, so the fact that they're moving so fast, for me, it's just like, child. And we know how relationships in general are, gay relationships in particular. I mean, the kids do that all the time. The gay women, the women and the men. Known each other a month, move in, we in love. 4 months after that, they done broke up, moved out, trying to figure out where they gonna move to. Rotation, I mean, I've never been in that particular situation, but I know some folks that have. It's just like a constant cycle. So Charity, don't be too upset about that whole thing. But Charity's just like, she's in a slumps, She's just like, why does everybody else in the world, everybody gets to be happy but me? And I know exactly how she feels. When you see everybody else kind of surpassing you, and when you see everybody else doing good and all that, and you're just stuck like in a certain place, or you see everybody else finding love and getting in committed relationships, and it seems to be working out and everybody's happy. Like, am I just not meant to be with anybody? Like, is that my fate? I'm so related to Charity in this episode, for real. Bishop was just like, look, we don't even know how long Kevin was unhappy. He's probably been unhappy his whole life because he could not be who he wanted to be. And the most important thing that you need to realize is that the happier Kevin gets, the happier Nathan will be. That's what you need to focus on. Take yourself out of the equation for a minute and just think about the baby. Because, happy daddy, happy baby, happy mama, happy baby, If one of y'all is unhappy, the baby's going to sense that, and that's going to affect the child. So, just take yourself out of the situation for a minute and think about others. But thinking about others is what Charity seems to have been doing a while. And, it's just like, but still, Daddy, like, what about me? When is it my time to shine, Constantly thinking about others, constantly doing for others. And it does make me happy, see other people happy, and it's good to make other people feel good and happy and, all that good stuff. But what about me? I'm not really fulfilled at the end of the day. Only partially. Not fully. Like your phone on 20%. So I completely understand. But anyway, Bishop wants Charity to sing at the Jubilee. It was just like, what you gonna sing? She was just like, what she said she gonna sing? She said, if I can help somebody. I forgot the name of the song. Basically, the song was just talking about, help yourself before you help somebody else, child. And they was up there singing. Bishop got there and sung with them. I was just like, come on, Bishop. If I can help somebody, go and help yourself. If I can help somebody, I can help myself. Something like that. Bishop, old deep baritone voice. I was just like, come on, Bishop, sing, Bishop. So, Grace got up there, introduced her dad. It was just like, let's celebrate my daddy. Everybody stood up but Lady Mae. I see Rochelle was sitting up there with the choir and Sophia, just clapping for her man. I was just like, look at her, wicked. So, it was a nice service. And, he got up there and just thank everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Then he went to go talk to Sophia. Now, this scene was a very powerful scene. Bishop talked to Sophia. He wanted Sophia to come to church. He just basically wanted to have like a live conversation with Sophia. It was so real. It was so honest. And it was just so what life is. He basically described being on a train. And the train is just never ending. And, pretty much just, he described like Sophia being a young child and going up there to the engineer of the train, conductor, constructor, whatever you call it. And it was just like, hey, where are we going? What's going on? Why, I'm ready to go. Like, all this stuff keep happening. I'm tired and through. My leg broke. I'm dehydrated. I'm hungry. What the hell? And he was just like, look, I'm doing the best I can. What's your name? She was like, Sophia, do you need help? He was like, no, I got this. And I'm doing the absolute best that I can. And then she looked around and saw everybody was upset. Everybody was miserable. Basically saying, to sum it all up, is that, it's not about, being happy all the time. It's not about being sad all the time. Life is just a mystery. And that's the beauty in it. You never know what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot of bad times in your life, and you're also going to get some good times. And you just pray and hope that the good times outweigh the bad times. But just know at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, God got you. You just hold on to that faith. And sometimes God needs help. So God needs good people like you to stay positive, to keep spreading his name and spreading his word. And hopefully by doing that, by being a blessed, good person that you are, God will bless you abundantly. I was just like, come on, Bishop. I felt that in my spirit. You never know what life is going to throw at you. All you can do is just be the best absolute person that you can be in this life. Before you know it, it's over with. But I'm going to live to be 110. So, I got a long time. Before I think about dirt. But, yeah. I was like, Lord. That was good. Beautiful scene. Okay, so after that, Bishop went to go talk to Percy again. Bishop asked Percy, how much you paying for that hoe? Percy was just like, it ain't none of your damn business. And second of all, you got your own. You got Rochelle. And, what you got with Rochelle is a blessing. And I hope you know that. Having a younger tenderoni like that all up on you and willing to rub your feet and rub your old aching back and all that. Saying, you need to respect that lady and give that lady everything she wants. And, James was just shocked by the whole revelation. He was just like, okay. So James went to go talk back to Rochelle. And James just straight up asked Rochelle, so what the hell you want with me? Seriously. I got the Parkinson's. I'm an old man. My body ain't what it used to be. I can't keep it up all the time. I got one good nut left. What do you want with me, woman? Why are you attracted to me? It's all kind of studs out there that can give you what you want. Okay, I'm not a prostitute, but I can give you what you want. I love your braids and your mouth full of bone. You like the way my ass go boom, 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 boom. So I was just like, yeah, like, what do you want with me? Seriously, like, I don't know. It was like, are you really in love with me like you say you are? She was just like, how dare you ask me that, you know? So all of y'all is just snakes. It's ridiculous. You know what? Just go ahead and check that app on your phone. That app where I told you can check out, see how much is in your account. Apparently, you know, since he put his money into Rochelle and she put it in cryptocurrencies, whatever it's called, you know, he's rolling in the ducats for right now. But it's legal for right now, which means it's not actually legal. So when his ass get caught up, don't you think you got to pay all that money back, James? But okay, once again, so you know, she's playing. Letoya Luckett is playing the hell out of this part. She is playing Rochelle. She worked his ass, started crying, talking about all y'all are snakes. And once he saw that money, he was just like, oh, dear God in heaven. He was like, what? You done put all this money to my account? She got up and left, you know, crying and stuff. And he pulled her back to me, I'm sorry, and I would never doubt you again. Rochelle is working Bishop down. You know, there was no Darius this episode. Where's Rick Fox? Where's Rick? Rick, where you at? Where's Darius? I feel like I'm going to feel so bad when it happens. But I feel like Darius is somehow working with Rochelle and Tasha them and Basie. I really do feel that way. But we're going to see. Okay, so after that, Bishop went to this nursing home where his homeboy at, Lionel, is at. And before he went out there, before he went into his room, he went to talk to this lady, this white lady. She was upset going through it. She was saying, you know, she can't really afford, you know, and just can't, she don't have the ability and the time to take care of her father. Like, he needs constant 24-hour attention. That's why she put him here, but she feels so bad for putting him there, but she just can't take care of her father. She has her own kids, her own life, etc. And it's just my phone dropping off. Let me just hold it because it keeps scaring me every time I drop it. I've seen that lady somewhere. She was in something else, the white lady that Bishop was talking to. She had red hair though. Oh God, it was another movie I was watching or a series or something. I've been seeing her, but anyway. So they were talking and, you know, they prayed together. He was just like, what a blessing it is that you love your daddy this much, that you put him in a place like this. I guess it's probably a high dollar nursing home facility. I used to work in a nursing home before I got the job that I'm at now. I love the people. I love the residents, you know. Sometimes I used to just have crying spells and I would hug them and, you know, I got real close to them, etc. Beautiful. I love the older people that was in the nursing home that I worked at. Hated the people I worked with. They were terrible, nasty. We had this cook, this kind of young white guy. Just about all of them smoked, by the way. Nothing against smokers, but I'm just saying. He used to go outside and smoke and come back in and touch meat and not wash his hands. Used to toss salad after scratching his ass. Just anyway. So, you know, that was a beautiful and nice scene, you know, to help that lady feel better. That's, you know, when you're anointed, when, you know, when you got that spirit over you, child, you can do that. Yeah, it's one of God's little helpers. He came in and talked to, I keep forgetting his name, Lionel. Bishop came in and talked to Lionel. They talked briefly. Lionel apologized about 16 times. He was just like, you know, I remember God's biggest heartbreak was when his best friend hurt him, you know, and that changed his whole mindset. And, you know, Bishop was really hurt by what happened, and he was just like, you know, I forgive you, but this is the last time you're gonna see me. Heartbreaking. Can you imagine your best friend telling you this is the last time I'm gonna see you and talk to you ever? Terrible, darling. But, you know, Like Lady Mae told Bishop, you made these beds, now lay in it. I can have another you by tomorrow. Don't you ever for 1 second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. Oh. Ooh. What Beyonce say? Okay, so moving on from that scene. And the last scene was Lady Bishop handing the divorce papers over to Lady Mae. He signed it. She was like, "Why are you handing me this, Mae? Why are you handing this to me, James? Why are you doing this to me?" It's just like, "Why did you sign them?" He was just like, "I just don't own the rights. I don't have the rights to this marriage, and I never did." You know, they're both sitting there staring at each other. She thought about it for a minute. She signed the papers. So Lady Mae and Bishop is completely over now. You know, James, I feel like he was hoping and praying that Lady Mae would not sign those divorce papers. But she went on ahead and signed them. I just hope Lady Mae got a good backup plan, because otherwise she going to be back down at that bar that she was when she was extra mad at James about sleeping with her sister. She gonna find herself back down at that bar, at that Roach Motel. That's gonna be her residence. That's gonna be her place of living. So I just hope Sister Girl get her church or whatever she get out of this, because Lady Mae about to be out of the money. In fact, all the Greenleafs finna be out of the money, because Sister Rochelle got something for their ass. He went back into his office after, handing the divorce papers over to Corinne. Corinne was just like, "You just missed Sophia." Sophia dropped the Bible after ripping the pages out. Dropped the Bible off at her granddaddy office. Because Sophia, she just done with God right now. She'll come back around. Hopefully Sophia don't go out there and get drunk or, nothing crazy. Or be out there working the corners with her cousin Zora. Hopefully that don't happen, y'all. I pray. Impeccable episode. Impeccable. Next week, Basie coming back. They gonna kill Tasha off, I'm assuming. Something gonna happen, because, Tasha done fell in love with Jacob, and she gonna tell Rochelle that she done fell in love with Jacob like a fool. And so, I don't know. Next week, more drama, more Greenleaf. And with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld Instagram and Twitter, at ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on PayPal. Run me my money. Much appreciated. With that said, didn't I already say that shit? Yeah, I'm out. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.